I suppose if you were going for real detective, like doing it all yourself, you'd try to go for zero calls as well as zero cheats. I'm trying to do zero cheats, right? Haven't done one yet. Probably won't do one throughout, I don't think. But the phone calls, I mean, little hints here and there is much more challenging, I think. Like not getting the extra hints, right? There's just so many facts I'm trying to sort through. Yeah, I would be a bad detective. I can figure things out in general, but I can't seem to remember all of the information, all of the facts I've been reading. So don't mind the stuff behind me. I had a little afternoon nap today, and so I got my pillow and blanket and stuff. Somewhere in there's my blanket, or maybe you can't see. There you go. Under my shoulder. Anyway. Alright. Hey, Monmouth, welcome. So we're at 8 p.m. We found last time a contradiction with what... what's his name? Hang on. Ryan's replies were. We found a contradiction in what he was saying, which ended up referring to the old place, the town hall or whatever, where they used to hold meetings. And so he had contradicted himself, and that led us to go talk to his father, Paul. So that's now the newest character that we've been introduced to. And we have a few new things, I think. Let me think. So no. So this, for sure, I think, is new. Because we, based on what Paul had said, Paul? I think so. Had indicated that if they had... It was either if they had confiscated alcohol or drugs that had been brought to Atlas, or where they kept it themselves. I think it was if they confiscated it. Anyway, he mentioned the kitchen, and so we got a new... Hey, Faux Fox, welcome. And so we got a new room, the kitchen, in the Atlas house or Atlas mansion or wherever, where they hold Atlas. So we went into the kitchen and we found this new DVD. We did not stay there. I think we'd watched this and finished going through everything. So now we've moved on to the next phase of the investigation. So and we played that, and it was a session of Ryan talking about Atlas and the things they planned on accomplishing and so on. There's the thief in the ranks. Yeah, it would seem. It would definitely seem so. I don't really feel the need to go behind the pub again. I think we've mostly covered everything there. If we get to the point where, because it's now early evening, right? We're no longer in the late afternoon. Or it could not be called that, right? We're definitely in the early to mid-evening. So because it's getting darker outside, we don't really have any excuse for not needing a light if we go in certain places. So if we were going to go out, for example, behind the pub and into the back storage, well, there might be a light in the storage. But anyway, the point is that it's getting dark, so there's a greater chance we might need like a flashlight or something. So hopefully at some point we'll find something like that we can use, because there had been behind the pub in that storage area, there was before a back corner when we were investigating where he had said it's dark back there, and so he kind of just said, I'm not going to bother looking because it was dark. Well, if we get something like a flashlight, a torch, for those of you who use that particular synonym for the same thing. So if we use a torch or a flashlight, if we get something like that, or a cigarette lighter or something, we might be able to look in that dark area. I don't know that that even is going to end up being a thing in this game, but that's possible, right? So, yeah, we need a light of some kind. Probably. Because there are probably other places that are darker that we would want a light for, I would assume. But, hey, Cosmic, welcome. Wow, we got full house today. We got Monmouth, Fofox, and Cosmic. Last night, we had Silhouette and... somebody new. Brian? Was it Brian? I can't remember. New viewer last night, which was cool. Watching Black Mirror, so... And I realize everybody gets busy from time to time, so obviously it's no... Even if there was nobody on, I would still stream, of course. But okay, so... Because you got to keep the game going, right? Says the YouTuber who doesn't really upload his uploaded series anymore, apparently. Anyway, okay, so... We won't get into things I feel badly about. I guess we're just going to go around asking people if they know about the DVD, possibly. Now, I don't know. Maybe that will not be a thing. It's hard to say, because here's the thing. The DVD, so to really talk about it much, other than I found this, and this has a discussion about Atlas, but maybe not, you know, it would be much more effective if we could show them what was on the DVD, right? But I don't know if each person's going to let us do that. We'll see how that plays out. It may or may not be something that happens. Oh, you got land in someone else's kingdom. 3 portions of land. Nice. So are you going to call yourself a lord now? Is that what's going on, Cosmic? You're trying to pull for us to call you lord? I'm just teasing. Okay, let's... Brandon House, I'm pretty sure, is where Paul is. I think it's Ryan and Paul Brandon. Behind? We were not able to look behind before. Let's see if there's something there now. There may not be still, but... No. Just the car. It's not bad. It's not bad. Over to Abbey Farm. Let's see what James knows. I like, Monmouth, how your name is a hybrid of French and English. Mol, meaning my, and then mouth. Mon mouth. Boosh. Well, boosh is beat. You don't want to use boosh. Unless you want to call your mouth a beat. Okay, anyway, let's ask him about the
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, I've already asked about all of those. Okay, so accept this.
Seen this before?
No, what is it?
Do you recognize it?
No. Should I?
Doesn't recognize the DVD.
Thank you. Probably be back
Right
later.
now, I'm just trying to gather who knows what about the DVD, if anything. So this will be kind of short conversation series, I think, because I'm just going to go bounce from person to person asking about it first, and then we'll, from there, see if we can, whoops, wrong one, map is what I wanted, piece things together. Now, Paul mentioned the kitchen, and we found that in the kitchen, so we should be able to talk to Paul, actually. Right? And ask him about the DVD. He probably knows.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
More of an underground lord? Took the sewers to myself, the gigantic dungeons in the cave system. Ah. Underworld. Sounds evil. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It looks very British, so I figured, but I still think it's kind of silly that it's... And that's probably not even the reference, right? It's probably not it's probably not French for mole like my, but I do think it's still kind of funny how it works out, but yeah. Oh, you're a fan? I didn't realize that. So you have ties to the Monmouths. Nice. I mean, that's just like you say, like Chestershire or something. You're not actually saying the Shire of the Chesters. That's not really why you use that, right? But anyway, yeah. Nice. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize your family was involved in that. That's cool. Yeah, okay, let's just ask about this.
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Writing's familiar, but no. So maybe he recognizes the handwriting on it, but not actually the DVD, is what it sounds like. I guess we could have just stayed here to start, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Just grab the name. You're just like looking at the directory, and you. Alright, so I guess we'll still not find anybody in the actual restaurant. I wonder if that's ever going to be a thing, because it's always an option. Interesting that's been an option for this long.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Nevertheless, so...
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry. Ask Ryan.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Just here, I guess. Emma
questions,
probably
please.
doesn't know, but I think Simon probably will. Simon probably has seen something like that being played at Atlas. Well, probably. He has a decent chance to, I should say.
Have you seen this before?
No. Don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for now.
I assume
Thank you.
she wouldn't know.
Have you seen this before?
No. No, sorry.
Okay, so Ryan may be the only one then. Trying to think if there's even another person to ask besides Ryan. I don't think so. So
Thank
probably,
you. Probably be back later.
Probably just need to ask Ryan then. Looks like your searches when you were a little kid. I mean, at least it doesn't look like your searches when you were a teenager, right? Because the world should not know the things you look for when you're a teen. Yeah, don't question exactly. Exactly. Don't ask me. Moving on.
The DVD. That's all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
So we were heading back, and we got mugged on the way, basically. You're a policeman. Are you not supposed to be able to... Or police officer. Whatever, detective. Are you not supposed to be able to notice people sneaking up on you, at least to a degree? If you were walking with your partner and talking, I could see maybe. But if you're just walking alone through the woods, wouldn't you be a little more cautious? Especially if you're investigating a murder? And there have been or two murders in the course of 2 years. Wouldn't you be a little more aware of what's going on? Yeah. Throw throw a shopping bag over them? Yeah. Yeah, I don't, I mean, at least it was one of those, you know, sturdy cloth bags, so it wasn't see-through. If you use, like, clear plastic, not especially effective because they can see who you are, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, the jetty. So we got mugged right here. Actually, we didn't even make it all the way here. We got mugged at this point. I mean, it says we're in the woods, in the forest. Let's just look. So let's go to the end. Probably nothing new, but every hour there could be something more, right? Oh yeah, that's to the back to the other part of the town. Yeah, we'll go forward. Jetty. Yeah, still nothing. We went right, so we want to go right coming out. The clearing. No. Toward Atlas. Bag used in mugging. From a shop called Monarch Costumes. Monarch Costumes. Okay. Guess we'll ask everybody about the bag now instead of the DVD. Yeah, this had been the kitchen, but see, there's nothing more, I don't think, in the kitchen. We examined everything last time, I believe. Nothing new. Little dish rag. Bag with some random stuff, I suppose. Or this is a dish rag. This is going to be a, what, like a washcloth, hand towel, something along those lines for cleaning the counter. Anyway. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Hello there, Silhouette. Is that how you said that, Cosmic? That's what it sounded like. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to get more information about the DVD, but I guess that's not going to happen. Oh. He's in his lecture, isn't he, now?
Let yourself go. Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back later, please?
what's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
Not a fan. Yes, I sure did. Yeah.
What on earth was that about? Looked like they were burning woolen dolls. A woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
I can't remember. Did they say earlier that there were multiple classes of Atlas going on throughout the term? Because Simon goes to Atlas on Fridays. It's Friday. Oh, you can't see but it's the day of the week is Friday, 8 p.m. Atlas main atrium. So yeah. I wonder if the up and the left is better. I'm going to move my... We're going to move this over. Up and to the left, I think, will be better. Whoops. There we go. Now you can see the time and everything as well. So, as you can see, though, it's Friday. I did not fix that still. There. No, still a problem. There we go. Anyway. Yeah, so you see the day of the week here and the time. So Simon attends on Fridays, and it's a Friday. So I can only surmise, given something's going on here, and Simon was at his place, either he's not feeling up to going, he is just running late, or this is a different class or different group of Atlas on this particular Friday. So since he's not here anymore right now, because he's in there, I don't know who's going to know about the shopping bag, so I guess we'll just ask. Let's come over here. More and more. Curiouser and curiouser. Some sort of lock was found. Wonder if that goes to the car behind Paul's place. Looks like a happy place indeed. Weird ritual performing you and my cults never thought of that. How rude to tell us to leave after he asked us to attend a meeting sometime to make our own opinion. It's true, right, Silhouette? He did. He said, you should attend sometime. And then he's like, get out. In fairness, the way we entered, first of all, we just kind of barged in and interrupted things. But we also barged in kind of a way like, hey, what's going on in here? Instead of trying to participate, right? So it's a little bit different, but yeah, that's true. Spinach. It would be a food that I can do. Like 2 times the amount. It depends on what the amount is, right? But I very often, if I'm making a recipe, as long as depends on the recipe, okay? So I very often, let's say I was making a salad that relied on spinach for the greens rather than lettuce or something, I would do twice the amount of spinach it would ask for. So if it says something like a cup of spinach, I would do 2 cups or whatever. It does vary a little bit on that, because if you have spinach, for example, in lasagna or something, then if you do twice the spinach, you might not have lasagna really. You might have spinach with some cheese on it or something, right? Some cheese and some meat. So, but yeah, spinach is one that I do. Also, liver and onions. Liver and onions and spinach are my 2 favorite foods. Liver, if it's done properly, because you can do liver badly and it gets all chewy. But okay. Now can we go there? Now we can go there. Okay. We keep getting interrupted on our way somewhere. We were going to Atlas, we get interrupted and mugged on the way and get a bag left behind. Then we're leaving Atlas and we get interrupted at the gate where we find a lock or lock key on the ground. Spinach is amazing. I love spinach. Yep. Okay, so let's...
Ask you a couple more things, please.
All right.
Do you know the shop? Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
She's never hired from the shop, but she knows where it is. All right. So she's not going to tell us. She just says, I happen to know where it is. It's great. That's anything more? No? Nothing? Okay, great. It's like good talk.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think, was something that they did on the course. Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
I mean, she only went one time, so I can't imagine if they do this, unless they do this every single time, that she would have happened to catch the one time they do it right. I would imagine the first time they attend is probably more an introductory thing, right? So, not worth asking Emma about the lock, yeah.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, what are you gonna... Oh, what do you know about this lock? It looks like it can unlock stuff. I don't... What are you trying to get at?
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, and then he kind of looks to the side like, don't ask me. Maybe not the best shop, or maybe it's just his reason for hiring from the shop, or renting from the shop was the issue. Okay, this...
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing?
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind,
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing, really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this. That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Since we're here, let's ask Emma about the auto-hypnosis. No on that, right? Yeah.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Emma's cute. She has these kind of interesting pauses as she says things to add. I mean, we do that normally speaking anyway, where we add more emphasis on something, or we might pause as we think. She has kind of interesting places where she puts them. It's kind of almost like she is a more contemplative sort of person. She spends more time thinking things over, analyzing, not what she's going to say, although that too, I'm sure, but also really thinking about a topic, except when she's being evasive, of course. When she's being evasive, she doesn't do the same thing. I mean, she kind of does, but not really. She does it in a different way. Anyway, it's interesting. I say cute. I mean more, it's kind of like I'm not calling her a little kid. But in the same way that a childlike curiosity about the world does this kind of pausing when they think about something and then they'll say, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of the feeling I get when she does that pausing. So I think that pausing is kind of cute. Anyway. And the blonde guy sounds like Gordon Ramsay. Well, he's not dropping F-bombs or anything, so there's that, but maybe. He really gets into it. What do you know about this? Like, energy down a little bit. You're investigating, not going to a rally. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody still has secrets. Some of them maybe more than others. I think James has only revealed a couple of contradictions. I think he has a couple more at least. I would say, Rachel, I think, has probably at least 2 more contradictions, things she's hiding. Paul, we barely met and only... Did we even find a contradiction with him? If we did, only one, I think. So he's got several, I'm sure, as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I think the timbre of the voice is similar, yeah. Okay, so let's...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Leave for the time being. If I cannot get mugged in the process, we'll start from James again and move east once more and see if we can... I don't want all the way to the end, right? You can go to the end. There's never anything down here, is there? No. I just am wondering if we're ever going to get some kind of an investigative, like a magnifying glass or something up here. Oh, I clicked this, I thought. Okay. My mouse was moving, I think, when I did it, so it counted as a drag, not a click. Alright. Since I'm here, let's see if there's anything new up here. I doubt it, but we'll see, just in case. Okay, nothing new in James's greenhouse. And then the higher up greenhouse. Also nothing. Okay.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, let's see. So we're going to go back to this first, and then I don't know if he'll know. He probably won't know the key lock, right? Yeah, or the control lock. Okay.
Seen this anywhere before?
Nope.
He's like, really? You're asking me about some random shopping bag? Okay.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning? What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't mean anything to you.
No. Should it?
No, that's okay.
People have different experiences. I do find it a little strange that he doesn't seem to have heard about doll burning ever before. I've heard about doll burning, and I've never even been with anybody. I mean, at the time they were burning dolls or anything, I've never been with anybody, and I've also never discussed it really with anybody, but just through media and stuff I've learned about doll burning a tiny little bit, just like I know it's a thing. So I'm kind of surprised that James doesn't know anything about it, but he is a bit of a recluse, so possibly that's the reasoning.
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah?
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying. Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You could scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I could scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, What happens? You go into a trance?
You lose yourself in your unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning. And you get dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, you come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. It's like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen. You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror. Sold her one last year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of the whole how he got all ominous, like if you go too deep you drown. Seems like he knows something. Wonder what the outro will look like a few years later. The outro to Gordon Ramsay. I don't really watch. I've seen a few shows or where I don't really watch this stuff. If you're talking about another outro, then I'm not sure what you're referring to. Well, but he did kind of do it in a mocking way too. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I have my doubts that he's never heard about doll burning, because I've heard about it. That's all I was trying to say earlier. But I don't know that he really would necessarily know much about it, right? I mean, James uses mirrors, and like he said, he can do it when he looks at the clouds or looks at water. So he probably doesn't need a doll or something to try to get himself in a trance. So probably doesn't worry about it too much. But anyway, Kate was a witch. Yeah, possibly. With his legal drugs. It's like, you know, when I'm toking a blunt, I sometimes just, you know, get in myself and my own thoughts, and I scribe. Yeah, it's what I do. It's kind of how I roll. Okay, we already asked about other things.
Probably be back later.
I'm curious about the whole drowning comment, right? Like, he has experience with that. Either he knows somebody who did that, or he himself has started doing it and then was able to, you know, be snapped out somehow, luckily. But is this good? Can we use this here? Aha! Ha! I knew it! I freaking knew it! Smoking his mint leaves, yeah.
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
You are. Everything's in shouting now. You gonna be okay there, Cosmic? Okay, so, yep. Let's talk to Paul.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Good old Paul. Let's ask Paul about the guitars.
Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner. Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy. Work experience.
As a cleaner?
Well, we did try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
He says it with a smirk, like, yeah, the dude's a cleaner. I mean, we thought of having him be our CPA, but we decided just keep him cleaning. Okay, Cosmo. Okay, doll burning.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Well, not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
Ouch, Dad. You're kind of a friggin' jerk. Not that we didn't know that.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
Yeah, auto-hypnosis is not used on the course anymore. And yet, what did we just see? Uh-huh. Plus, Simon verified that it is still used from time to time. So, Paul is lying and knows it's being used. Or, Ryan's using it without Paul's knowledge. Either way, there's an issue. Because it sounds like it's not supposed to be getting used, right? Scylla. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. No, I think James, so that's the other guy you're referring to. His name was James. Yeah, I think James is, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like James is being, as far as that goes, being honest about the auto-hypnosis, about scrying. Now, I don't think he was straightforward about his knowledge about what Kate's involvement with it might have been. I think he knows more about that than he's letting on. But as far as auto-hypnosis itself, I think he was a straight shooter, yeah.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan? Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional?
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
I don't think I have anything more to ask him.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
It's extremely weird to just randomly come to the remote, or come upon the remote to his garage, but... How's he keeping his head so steady? I don't know what you're trying to ask. Unless somebody has a debilitating disorder of some kind, or disorder maybe isn't the right word, but they have some condition of some kind, right? Like maybe they have suffered a stroke, or they have Alzheimer's or something. But unless somebody has something like that, your head isn't just going to automatically do this. A lot of older people do have their head doing that because they've suffered some kind of physical trauma or mental trauma that causes that to happen. But that is not normally something that happens to people even when they get older. So, just depends. Moneylender in Gothic 2. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Paul's not exactly what we would call father material.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Okay, starting with the bag. Ow.
Have you seen this before, anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Not personally, but I think Ryan might have.
So we might actually, I don't know that we will, but we might actually step outside the village, maybe down at the end of that street, at the end of that road, go to a shop just beyond or something, possibly, if that works into the investigation.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them?
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
Okay. See you, Cosmic. Thanks. Take care. No worries. Take care. Okay. Not ask her about that. That's pointless, right? Yeah.
Do you know anything about hypnosis used on the Atlas course?
Are you sure you mean hypnosis or the power of persuasion?
What's the difference?
Not a lot. But if you want someone to do something, it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
Well, don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
Yeah, but I mean, depends on the kind of persuasion, right? Manipulation, and some advertising does that too, actually, sadly, but depending on the type of persuasion, may or may not be moral.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
He tries. He does keep wasting money on them, though. I think he believes if he buys the right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix. It's sad, really. I just let him play in his room. As long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
Lets Ryan play in his room, as in quotes, like it's not really his room, like he's not really playing in his room.
Thank you. Probably
he's
be
playing
back later.
somewhere else. I'm really not. Hang on.
A few more questions, please.
I did not really look to see if there were contradictions in this last little bit of, or fair amount of information we've got. Let's see. Waste money on guitars and play in his room. Hypnosis similar to persuasion. Yeah, I don't know what dyspraxic means. And I do a search in a dictionary and it doesn't show up. What does does anybody know what dyspraxic means? I'm trying to find out. Let me just do this. Oh, okay. So it's where you struggle with motor control because your perception doesn't quite match up with your I thought maybe his hand coordination would be part of the problem, but I guess it's not. Okay, I don't.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Nothing sticks out to me right now. Yeah, well, I mean, now in fairness, I agree, Fofox. Although in fairness, I would say I don't know that you can trust almost anybody out of the characters that we're interviewing. I feel like pretty much everybody has something to hide, as they've demonstrated. Most of them, at least, if not all of them,
ask you a couple more things, please.
have demonstrated multiple times by not being straightforward.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays, because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well?
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone. And this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
What did she say about Liam? Uh-huh. That's what I thought. I didn't think she... Yeah.
Aha. That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Did you?
No, I was away on holiday.
When he died?
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
She definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem? I'm not sure I believe you, Emma.
Also, she did the throat clear in part of her last answer, which is a tick, a tell, if you will. Kind of like in poker, you have a tell showing if you're bluffing or something. Similarly, like when you're talking, if somebody says, yeah, I think I knew about that. That's a tell that they are not being honest. It was when she said she was on holiday when he died. So that probably will come up at some point. Although I don't know that we have the dates Liam died, right? Did we ever get the actual date? When we were on the phone with the fellow police officer, the fellow detective, whatever he was, right? Whatever his position was, he said basically that Liam had also been ruled a suicide the previous year. I don't think he gave us a date. Okay. Once offered to buy Emma's guitar. I don't think we had anything previously talking about Emma and her possible hobbies or profession. Emma's doing a lot of giving away of stuff, right? She gave a necklace to Kate. She, gave the guitar to Ryan. I don't know if she gave a scrying mirror to Kate or only told Kate about the scrying mirror. Anyway, she seems to be doing a lot of giving of stuff to people. Maybe more than I would expect. Maybe she's just a giving person, though. Maybe it has nothing to do with anything other than that. What did she... No, okay. She didn't say she wasn't at the pub really anymore. She just said that she used to play a lot. Persuade Kate not to blacken Orion. She did say she knows Rebecca quite well, so this isn't really a contradiction. The fact that she had not let on about her band playing before, right? Because just because she plays in a band at Rebecca's pub doesn't mean she's saying she doesn't know Rebecca or something, right? So those don't really contradict. What is... Okay, so... Has never tried auto-hypnosis herself. Except the scrying mirror is a form of auto-hypnosis, is it not? One of these two. Let's try this one. No. How about this one? No. Okay. Maybe she doesn't consider them the same thing or something? And then just Kate used it. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe nothing there right now, at least. Well, that doesn't really work, though. Yeah, no. Okay. I had a thought, but no. I debunked my own track, my own thought process before clicking something else. Okay, I think let's go over to Simon. Yeah, they all have secrets. It's true. Well, okay, so you get a feeling about her, and you might be right. I mean, you've been right on games and stuff before. Just, I don't have... I mean, I do think there's something shady about her, but I have that feeling for all of the characters. So she doesn't stand out particularly shady to me, just basically equally shady. That's just my own personal opinion, of course. Please, my lady, do not choke on your own words.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Come on, Sillowell. She's trying to lie. Give her a break.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
I do find that Simon and Emma's relationship isn't healthy for more than just the reason that she cheated on Simon with Ryan. There's that too. But I also find Simon and Emma's relationship in trouble because there are things about him that she seems to think that he doesn't share. So for example, Simon clearly believes the whole guilt is a useless emotion, you need to get rid of it. I mean, he was pretty animated about saying guilt is useless, you should not have guilt, should never feel guilty about anything, right? So he was decently animated about that. But yet Emma doesn't think that that Simon really believes that. She's not really been paying attention. If I keep saying Ryan, if Simon were that animated about it, that opinionated on the matter, she would have never heard him talk about it. Seems a little odd, right? It's hired a costume from the shop last year. What costume did you rent is the question. Let's see. Auto hypnosis. So I don't think it's a contradiction. I'm going to try this just on a... not a whim. Just to see. But I don't expect there to be a contradiction here. It's not really a contradiction, strictly speaking, so it probably won't show up, but... no, right? It feels like... because of this statement, almost like Simon's a bit dismissive of the mirrors, yet he says that mirrors can be used for auto-hypnosis. Does seem a little odd, right? But it's not really a contradiction.
Okay, right. That's it for now.
I think that's it with Simon for the time being. There very well could still be something there, of course, as well. But for now, I'm just going to... I'm sure it's not open, but let's see if there's anything at the village hall as well. Now? No? Still no? Okay. Ryan can't play guitar, could not have become a professional. Let's see. Doll burning was Ryan's idea. Wait a minute. Oh, but it was. Yeah, so it might have been just in the past. Okay. He's still going to be in here, I think, right? Yeah. Okay.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, let's see. Um, did he ever... Salvia used for meditation. Met Liam. This one is a contradictory statement with what Emma said, because she said she saw James at the pub the Friday before, so a week ago. But I'm trying to see if he has contradicted himself somewhere in here. Not been to the pub in 2 months. Sold salt, yeah. Hmm.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Nothing's sticking out at me right now, so let's go talk to the person that's the most guilty in all the universe that Phil Fox thinks. Rebecca. Just kidding. No, but seriously, let's go talk to Rebecca. I do agree with Phil Fox. I think there's more that she's not letting on.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, so gross. Something's not right here. So what I'm wrestling with in my mind is she, to a degree, not completely, but to a degree, she acts like this. Some of the, like the stuff that James talks about and everything is a bunch of, to quote our beloved president of the United States, is a bunch of malarkey, right? She believes it's a bunch of bull, but she does things like make dolls for Ryan, which is in the same line of persuasion techniques. Hmm. Says stuff like this also, which on its own wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I don't know, though. I'm not seeing... So basically, Ryan lacks hand-eye coordination to be able to make something as intricate as a doll. So she makes them for him. So, yeah, I guess it's just costumes and then monarch costumes, of course.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Nothing is sticking out with her either.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
We already did this one? I think we did, but just in case. Yeah. He's not a plant expert, right? He doesn't have a degree in botany or anything, so he might be less capable of recognizing that he may in fact have seen them before. Student. This particular mask. If this were the past when Emma were still in Blackstone, then I would say this is doubtful, right? Because he would probably go to see his girlfriend play, but she played in the past, so this could still be true now. Anything indicate he visited the pub recently? I'm not really sure why he would make the assumption it was Kyle. We didn't really give him a description of him very much. Like, very much at all, but... Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank
Not
you.
really getting anything new off that either. Shop. That's where the shop is. This still, I keep coming back to this. She's clearly tried it. And that mirror seems to be the more obvious place where there's a contradiction, because she tried to demonstrate it, right? She didn't see Kate very often, right? But she has all these factoids about Kate. If she doesn't see Kate that often, how does she know so much about Kate? She just like had this really good memory. She remembers all these facts from before possible. Um... Probably not, but this is a little bit contradictory in nature, which is she doesn't know anything about plants except she knows that salvia is a hallucinogenic drug. Oh, she heard of it. Okay, so she might not know. All right. Yeah, we don't know when she was on, when she would have been on holiday, or when Liam. Might need to make a call and maybe see if somebody could corroborate the times. Maybe that's the
Be
next
back
thing.
later on, if that's okay.
to get a spot in the band, you sacrifice people. That's messed up, Siluel. I hope you're not speaking from experience. Alright, let's see what the chief has to say. Or whomever answers. Not always the chief.
Yes, Jenks.
Sir, I've been assaulted. Mugged.
What did they take? The hat?
No! A DVD I found, sir.
Was it a dodgy one?
I don't think so, sir, but obviously someone wanted it back. Put a bag over my head.
What did they do that for?
I've no idea. It's quite disorienting, actually.
Did you keep the bag?
Yes.
Right, we'll find out where it came from. Someone must know about it.
All right, Chief. I'll call later.
Can't wait.
That's the clue. I already know where it came from. I just don't know how to get there. Okay. Right up North Lane. North Road, yeah. It's not right, unless they mean right like directly, like go right up North Lane. Otherwise, though, this isn't right. This would be left if we're coming this way, but whatever. I don't know how I find where that is. What if I... Probably not, but... Didn't think so, but nevertheless. Maybe I could ask at the pub. Of course, I never see anybody there except Rebecca. It's kind of a dead pub, nothing going on. Oh. I've already asked everybody I can about the bag, so I don't know yet, at least, if anybody's going to give me the location. How am I going to know? Ryan's rented from the shop, but Ryan is currently unavailable. Yeah, nothing new. Okay. All we got was the guitars. I feel like it's got to be something that Rebecca said has to be the next contradiction. Really feel like there's something now that she needs
more
to
questions, please.
reveal,
Thank
but I
you.
don't. Let's see. Hmm. Probably not, but yeah, no. No, that's not right. That's not going to be a contradiction. I'm just going to clear this out. Real life, to get somewhere you would use these stubby things below your waist called feet. I mean, you know. Listen to this. Hmm. I don't know. Nothing's sticking out to me. I swear there's something going on with her, though. She got something that she's like fishy on, right? Something that's shady about what she's saying, but I can't quite put my thumb on it. I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back. Maybe we don't talk to Rebecca right now. I just had the thought. I didn't find anything contradictory is the problem. But I just had the thought maybe we go talk to Paul. If we can get him...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Maybe say something that doesn't quite gel. And then he might reveal something new and then we can get more with Rebecca.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Can't play the guitar, couldn't have become a professional. Atlas has a cleaner that visits at strange times. But we've already been to the... I mean... Could be something new, I guess, right? But we've already been to Atlas's kitchen in the 8 o'clock hour where we are right now. So I'm not sure that we'll get anything more right now with there. Maybe, but... Bright, confident, outgoing. He had personal problems. Oh. Mm-hmm. I think I just found Monarch Costumes. Doesn't know where it's from, except that the mask is from Monarch Costumes. How would he know that? Hey, Mark, welcome. Yeah, it wasn't Brian's. Mark was here last night. Welcome. Okay, see you next time, Monma. Thanks. James playing Gandalf in the woods. Yeah. Yeah, LARPing. Okay, so that's a contradiction, right? Paul doesn't know where the bag comes from, which has Monarch Costumes on it, but he thinks the mask is from Monarch Costumes. Why?
Aha. Do you visit Monarch Costumes a lot?
No, I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Go on.
Did Ryan mention Jason to you, the cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you ask, no, I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites. Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
Nice. Well, welcome again, Mark.
I see he was quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway? And Liam dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
You know about mugging? Well, you have the mug for it. Ha ha! Nice. Very nice, Silhouette. Very nice. I like it. One more, right? And then we can go up to the farm. I want to ask James about it now. Maybe he knows more given...
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
James wouldn't know anything.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Maybe Rebecca? I can't imagine he would have let Simon or Emma know about it. Maybe. I mean, maybe they've heard of it, but I can't imagine. It's probably not very likely. And if only Ryan were available again, but for now, he's not, right?
Ask about a few more things, please.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
And what did he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or women dressed as nurses. That's his usual fetish.
When was the last party he threw?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
Often throws fancy dress parties. Okay. I don't think
Thank
that
you. Probably be back
I
later.
don't think that conflicts with anything we've learned so far. How many shades of gray? 50? 100? 150? No? None? None of the above? Okay. I don't think either of these will know about him, especially not Emma, but possibly. But I don't think so. We'll see.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Let's see. Claims third eye was abusive. They stopped the abusive tactics.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Let's talk to Simon.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students?
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
Was told at Atlas to do something risky. There's right? There's guilt doesn't serve any useful purpose. But I don't know if that's not really contradiction though, is it? I don't think so. Do something risky. F. I don't know. Not really seeing Daddy Cultus who does something against the law. Yeah. Well, yeah, Paul specifically said he begrudgingly follows the law. So he doesn't want to, but he does, so he doesn't, get a fine or get put in prison or something.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Paul often throws fancy dress parties. Sometime in the summer. Atlas uses persuasion techniques. I don't know. Yeah, let's try going here again. Nothing new. Still nobody here also, right? Joined Third Eye after college. Was there when Paul pulled the stunt. Simon doesn't know that she went there. Third Eye was abusive. Don't believe anything James says, except that Third Eye was abusive. Interesting. I don't know that that's going to be a contradiction, but that does seem strange to me.
A few more questions, please. This not sure why this isn't a contradiction, right? Because Liam was at Third Eye on the night that Paul pulled the stunt. And she was there on the night when Paul pulled the stunt. She doesn't know Liam through Third Eye at all as well. Oh. Maybe this? There we go. There we go. Knew something was fishy.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
So, Mark, would I recommend the Diablo games? Yeah, they're fun. I mean, I guess it does depend on what kind of games you typically enjoy. They are the isometric top-down perspective. Some people don't like those just by their very nature, so if you don't like that style, that would not appeal to you. But otherwise, there's that. They're definitely RPGs. You have to do a lot of acquiring of items and things to make yourself stronger as you go through. And there is a fair amount of backtracking. You might have to go to one dungeon and then back to another dungeon, and then do the same dungeon again, just in an attempt to get some items if you're trying to build yourself stronger. There's, well, a fair amount of that. I don't know about fair. There's some of that. As you get into the later Diablo games, it becomes even better. There are a lot more cutscenes than there were in the early ones. There were still cutscenes, but not as many as in the later ones. They become steadily more interesting, so I would say, yeah, I would recommend them. If that doesn't sound, if none of the stuff I've described turns you off, I'd say it would be fun to do them, yeah. In fact, whenever it is Diablo 5 comes out, I would like to play that. I've enjoyed the Diablo games myself, yeah. You have to do something risky at meetings. Wouldn't refusing to do anything in front of everyone else be enough? So you're saying that the Rands running the meeting were what caused the risk there then? Hey, Alexander, welcome. Thanks for joining me on the stream. Okay. Yeah, poor Emma was really, really guilt-ridden, wasn't she? The only thing I would say, I thought the actress playing Emma did a really good job. The only thing I would say is I would like to have seen at least a little more welling of tears in the eyes. You don't have to have the trickle down thing per se, but at least a little bit of watering of the eyes. It didn't really look like her eyes watered very much, if at all. or they might have, but it wasn't noticeable. So I would have liked to be able to see that, to add to the struggle she was supposed to have experienced. And if possible, I don't think it's always possible, I don't think everybody does this, but I would have liked to see a little bit of flushing as she was getting upset with herself. But those are minor things, and they're not exactly even quibbles. I'm not complaining per se, because it's possible that just isn't something that the actress who plays Emma ever experiences when she's cried herself. So that may not be a thing, but yeah, no problem, Mark. So based on this, I guess let's do the rounds again. Let's start back over by James.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay, so he didn't suspect anything about that.
Okay, that's it for
so
now.
So nothing new with
Thank you.
James for now. Let's ask Rebecca. She might not know about the guilt either, though, right? I would guess Simon, maybe, although we'd have to be careful if we're going to ask him about it, because we promised we wouldn't, right? We wouldn't mention it. And then also Ryan and Paul. I guess I skipped
a few
past
more questions,
Paul.
If you don't
I need
mind.
to backtrack.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
So, back to Paul.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Hardly knew Emma, huh? I find that hard to believe. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one I was mentioning before. Reluctantly abides by the law. False claim is murder. So the students are encouraged to free themselves from guilt. There's something he said. I realize that I passed it where he talks about hypnosis not being able to hurt somebody. But I thought there was somewhere where he said basically we make sure or try not to hurt anybody on the course. See this right here, right? He bought a freedom necklace for a student. Yeah, he bought it for Emma. But he didn't. He said that Emma, he doesn't know Emma, right? But he didn't. He said a student. He didn't say that said student was Emma. So that becomes more problematic, right? It's not exactly a contradiction. Hans Gruber would sue us if we scratched his car, even though he's against the law. It's against the law. Yeah. Yeah, he's not a fan of the law, but he would sue you anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into current political environment, but I'm sure you can think of a major thing happening or that has been happening in the United States over the last year and a half, and how there are people in support of that, but there are people, the same people are for the very thing that they're against. So they're against this group of people, but the thing that group of people does for them, they want still. I don't want to get into specific terms because this is YouTube and Twitch, but I'll try this. I don't really think this is a contradiction, but we'll try this anyway. Yeah, but didn't say who. That's not going to work because he didn't say who. Oh, he did. Oh, it is anyway. Okay.
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Mm-hmm. Once tried to date Emma.
Let's see if there's anything more about Emma up above here. The thing I'm just looking for contradictory statements, of course. The thing I'm struggling with right now is the fact that, so he knew Emma and tried to date Emma, or tried to seduce Emma through buying her a necklace and whatever, right? It didn't work. He claims that he just moved on, but he was okay with Emma teasing Liam. He claims he didn't know it was going to be over the birthmark, but he's okay with Emma teasing Liam. I don't know. Something doesn't add up here. Well, let's stop talking with him for the time being. We go back to Atlas, maybe. Maybe this will be one of the odd times when the cleaner shows up. Oh, we have this now. Ah, I have a flash. I have a torch.
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, nothing yet. Okay. Nothing right now. You don't think it ever had anything yet? Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, I think it would depend on the present. They did have a lot of restrictions, right? So it is possible, depending on certain presents, but yeah. Okay, nothing new here. They've clearly finished their session for the evening.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Now we can ask him about a bunch of different things. Okay, so, well, some anyway. Okay, that's the last thing we talked to him about? Okay.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
He's like all giddy with himself, but I think it's forced. Interesting. Okay. End of stage party. Course involves teaching students how to act. Party involves wearing costume. Okay.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager, and they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
That expression at the end. Okay. Few weeks. Alright, well, ask about that.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band?
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Hammerstone would be Blackstone, maybe? And he hasn't bought a guitar for over a year, although he bought one from Emma. Wait, what? Yeah. Is he not a thief instead of a police officer? That's right. Okay.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh. Well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe?
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Yeah, because the money shock stunt wasn't done on Liam, according to Paul, at least. I don't know if we could trust Paul, but still.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Liam was strong and outgoing. What did he say about Liam earlier? Seemed happy. Okay, so there's not a conflict there. People are free to do what they like, and that kind of goes in line with his whole guilt is a useless emotion. Where was... There's something, let's see. All right, see you, Mark. Thanks. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't know you needed to wear a dress to attend. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I feel like maybe that's a British use of the term cross-dressing, where it just means you dress in another costume. In America, I think in Canada also, but I'm not totally sure. But in America, we generally say dressing up rather than cross-dressing. Out. Teaching students how to act. People are free to do what they like, but it teaches people how to act. Is that not a contradiction? It may not be, I guess, but... No. Okay. That includes wearing costumes. Where are we? This. Oh, it was here, right? End of stage party. Not counting that as auto hypnosis, then I take it, right? Where is it? Pause. Hey, welcome back, Cosmic. Get better at the business world. Why was there a child attending? Yeah. Nuts. Yep. Probably not, right? I think I already did that before. Let's see. People are free to do what they like. Formerly called Third Eye, investigated about Liam's death. Wait, where was it that I found that? Why would you have to pay a settlement fee if there wasn't some kind of guilt or something associated with it? Liam was strong and outgoing, but he killed himself. Something's not adding up, right? Students aren't coerced or bribed. The Third Eye is investigated about Liam's death. He just believes neither one, yeah. He never said anything himself about having really been in the... Okay. It includes wearing costumes. Yeah, I'm not undead, very much alive. My setting goals video, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, yep. Yeah, back in the days when I used to have a lot of reach and stuff on YouTube for my tiny size of a channel. And that's kind of gone away because YouTube keeps changing the friggin' algorithm. I'm one person and I don't have the kind of time in my life to sit there and analyze the algorithm and figure out what I need to do to change my reach. I got too much other stuff going on, so I really don't have time for that. So I basically just do streams and uploads and get like 14 views on each now instead of thousands like I used to get. It is what it is. So no. What is it? It's this one. Investigated. Probably not. I don't think this is. It's not a contradiction, so. Let me see. There's a lot of the information we recently got from him, right? So I'm trying to sift through. Teaching students how to act. He... This isn't a contradiction. I'm doing this to cancel out so I start over. So, this, we can ask the same thing, I think, maybe. Maybe we can ask the same thing of Ryan that we asked of Paul, which is, if you don't allow drugs or alcohol on the premises, why would he show up as drunk? Or Kate be allowed to be drinking? Yeah, because he doesn't know it's an argument that caused it to get broken. That makes sense. Phrase, while based the village hall. Well, I don't know. I guess
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We'll continue more next time. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think I've I don't know why. Like, I'm not conspiracy theory or something. I think somehow I've been shadow banned, but I don't know why, and I don't know that I have. Like, I'm not saying I have. I just feel like if suddenly I don't have the viewership anymore, that feels like kind of a shadow banny kind of a thing, but I don't have any evidence suggesting that I was, so I don't know. I really don't know, right? All right, and that's gonna do it. So thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, guys. Girls, Faux Fox was on there as well, at least was, if she still is. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next time. I will see you on Discord if you're there. If you're not already, of course, you're always welcome to join. On many of my videos, there is a link to my Discord. If you need that, contact me and let me know, and I can provide it to you manually as well. And you can be part of the community there. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Till next time, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.